Quick question. Have you ever had a money argument that wasn't actually about money? Like it started with a purchase and somehow turned into stress, blame, or just feeling misunderstood in the relationship? See, you're not alone. Money is one of the most common tension points in relationships, ironically, especially early in marriage. And in this video, I'm going to show you a simple 4-step framework to talk about money that lowers stress, prevents surprises when it comes to money, and helps you feel like a team in the relationship. And because I'm a Christian, I'm also going to talk about this from stewardship and unity, how to honor your relationship and money and God. So, I've been a financial coach for 2 years. And I've been married for one, been dating for three, so I know a good bit about money and relationships. And I've learned in that time that the math is really simple. The hardest part is the actual communication because we're human and we have emotions. And so today I'll share with you the worst time we had with money, me and my wife, and I'll give you the exact, I'm calling it a weekly money meeting that prevents most, if not all, money fights, as well as a few common mistakes to avoid. So watch till the end because there's some bonuses you're not going to want to miss. So my personal story is a year before Maria and I, my wife, got married, she needed a car. And she was tired of borrowing from family and she wanted to go car shopping. And so at that time, I was around 18. I was trying to follow Dave Ramsey's steps, if you know anything about him, I was being very much a perfectionist in my mind. And I saw that from my point of view, she was doing it the wrong way. And that created 2 months of suffocating stress in our relationship. Honestly, it was one of the most toughest points in our relationship. And so the real issue was when she finally got a car that she wanted, because we weren't married, I had no real say in this. I felt cheated. I felt betrayed. And like she disobeyed my advice, and I realized it wasn't about the car, it was about control. It was about control, fear, and poor communication. And so the whole season could have been avoided if we just knew how to communicate properly with money. And so let me show you the 20-minute weekly money meeting that I found that will prevent this. So the 20-minute weekly money meeting, before you start, there are some simple rules. I have them on the screen. I'm going to read them out to you. So before you start, I recommend you do this every time, is same day, same time each week, meaning routine, scheduled. For most couples, that's going to look like sometime during the weekends, or maybe you find a time during a week that really fits well with you. Another thing is no phones, no distractions, except for your bank app, your budgeting app. If you budget, you need the budget. No blaming language. You are a team. You are not enemies. And so you do not talk to them like that. That was one of the biggest problems I had back then with my car, or her car. And last thing is, if it gets heated, because it probably will at first, 60-second break. And I'll go further into that later. Now then, here's part one of part four. Part one is to connect. This takes about 3 minutes. And here, it's good to ask, on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about money this week? And this is like, how are you feeling anxious? Does money feel comfortable? Is it creating any stress or any hidden stress even? Because stress can hide. And so the follow up to that is what would make it better? A small improvement would be what can make it 1 point better? What is a small detail that could be fixed when it comes to money? That could be something as simple as if we had an extra, if we increase the miscellaneous budget by 20-30% or whatever, because I felt like I was overspending this month. Just an example. Now, part two is the review section. This takes about 7 minutes. And here you want to pull up all transactions from the last 7 days. Again, going at this from a weekly standpoint, you could, if you're more advanced with budgeting, you can expand onto this and make it more of a monthly thing. Now, here you need to look for surprises, upcoming expenses, subscription creep, things that you're just not expecting really. And those, oh yeah, I forgot items, because it's very easy to, we have dozens of things that we're paying for every month. It's very easy to forget one or two. And this is where good language really comes in, because this is where you want to stay. So if like, help me understand this one, not why would you do that kind of language. Again, you are partners, you are not enemies, you're not adversaries, so you shouldn't talk to each other like that. So part three is to simply decide. This takes about 7 minutes as well. Decide on 1 to 3 things for the next week. This is really crucial to plan and try to set in stone, if for something as small as a week, on how to manage money. A couple examples is eating out dollar amount this week, 50, 75, $150 if you make a lot of money. Groceries are blank this week. We're saving blank. We're paying extra blank towards our debt. We're investing in extra blank for retirement. And a reminder is you're choosing peace over perfection. This is not about being perfect. This is about making progress every single week and finding structure in your finances, especially when it comes to your relationships. And part four, the final part, is commit. And this takes about 3 minutes. Each spout says verbally, I commit to blank. I'll commit to spending $150 on groceries this week, whatever. And it's also a good time to share gratitude. Say, I appreciate this meeting. I appreciate how you talked. I appreciate you for blank. And so here's a couple optional but highly recommended is quick prayer for wisdom and peace. So, because it's always good to pray. I find every time I pray, me and my wife prays, it really connects our minds back to what is most important. And we literally had a huge fight yesterday, and we prayed for a bit, and we slowly, it changed everything. Okay, so prayer is always so powerful. And here is a fight stopper question for when you get heated during the meeting, because it's not if, but when. Question is, when tension rises, ask each other, ask yourself, is this a math problem or a meaning problem? Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, a math equals a number problem. Something's wrong with the numbers. There's not enough going to rent. There's way too much going to groceries. And so the literal number stresses you in some way. And meaning means it's fear, it's trust, it's priorities that are not aligned in the budget or the communication. And so you have to talk and work that out and just take a 60-second break. Now, that's the entire meeting. Here are 4 landmines, 4 common problems that you'll walk through in this and some simple fixes on how to handle them. Landmine 1. This is called the permission dynamic. And this one's very interesting. Permission dynamic, what I mean is the constant need to ask for permission to make purchases. Funny story, I remember my wife works at a coffee shop, and she used to ask me all the time, hey, can I get this? And my response has always been, is it in the budget? And that's been the only thing I've had to say. But I could have also easily said no, because we don't need to spend that money, because I can be a control freak at times. Just an example. And so the fix here is to create equal no questions asked personal spending, meaning that you both in the relationship have your personal spending budget, that it's your guilt-free spending, so to say, something that you don't feel like you have to constantly get permission for. Landmine number 2 is one avoids tracking money while one tracks everything. I was commonly taught this as the free spirit versus the nerd when it comes to handling money. And so the one who avoids money is the one who feels like it is a cage that is trying to lock them down, and the one who loves tracking everything simply loves tracking everything. They are a nerd, they love the numbers, they love data, and they want to see it increase. And so a simple fix here is to keep the meeting to 20 minutes. Keep it on the same agenda. Find a time in your week. It's only 20 minutes. Same day. And consistency beats that motivational intensity to, oh, we're going to get this done now. And so landmine number 3 is surprise purchases. This is stuff, these are simple, like emergency spends. Like, oh, you didn't expect to change a tire this month or this week. You didn't expect to have to go to the hospital, just an extreme example. So tell each other, in this case, a hospital is a bit extreme. So just tell each other, set a threshold and say, over blank, we talk about first. If we need to spend blank, we have to talk about it first. If we need to spend over $200 on one item, I need to talk to my spouse about it. You see the point? So that way it doesn't create anxiety when the other person sees it and like, oh my gosh, where did this come from? What is this? And so the dollar amount is something that you have to discuss personally, because income levels are different. So for some people, $50 is a lot. For some people, $500 is an easy spend. That's simple. And finally, landmine 4 is shame and defensiveness. And this is probably going to be the biggest one. And this one also isn't going to look obvious at first. This is where that anger and that frustration is going to come from. And so the simple fix of this is that kind of just remind yourself that this is a scoreboard. It is not a report card. If the score does not look good, you did not fail. You're not going to die. That's the only way to explain it. The goal through all of this that you have to keep in your mind is that this is about progress and unity within the marriage, within the relationship. It should always be a marriage, in my opinion, but sometimes it's not, and I know that. And the progress is to learn how to work and manage together with money. And that's hard and that's difficult at first, which is where the shame and the defensiveness comes from. Now, quick recap. Money fights usually aren't about money. They are about meaning. Everyone has their own personal priorities, and those priorities are different. Those clash, and it's not just about the money. It's about what's in here. 2, don't freestyle money talks. Schedule a 20-minute weekly money meeting to create clarity and structure in how you handle money. And 3, reduce surprises, set simple weekly decisions and protect unity, protect the marriage, protect the relationship, so that way money does not destroy it. Now, end of the video. Last thing I want to share, 3 things I want to share, really simple. One is I created a free digital guide on this 20 minutes weekly money meeting. And so if you look in the description below, you'll find the where you can go do that. Wait, my bad. If you go to my Instagram, and I'll leave a link below for that, I apologize, and you DM me the word couple on Instagram, then I will send you the PDF for this video, which it goes through everything that I just talked through, plus easy prompts to make the meeting very simple, very easy to go through every single week. And 2, my bad, not 3 things to share, 2 things to share. 2 is, if this helped, simply like and subscribe, because if you like it, the video reaches more people that needed help just like you. And also, feel free to check me out on Instagram and say hi. Anyways, my name is Timothy Smith. I am a Christian financial coach, and my goal is to give all Christians biblical money wisdom so they can become wise with money, become wealthy, and do great stuff. So that's Timothy Smith, out.